Hi, welcome. Today's reading is about the new chapter you may be entering. Take a look at the four choices on screen. Try not to overthink it. Go with the pile you're drawn to first. If you're drawn to two piles, feel free to listen to both. This is a collective tarot reading for entertainment and self-reflection. You do not need to make every message fit. Your choices are always your own. Once you've chosen, we'll begin with pile 1. If you chose pile 1, let's look at all four cards together. We'll start with the Seven of Cups upright. It may not be that you lacked direction. The issue may simply have been too many possibilities. You may have imagined several different versions of your life, but the more you try to think through every possible outcome, the harder it becomes to make an actual choice. Next is the reversed Ten of Cups. It suggests that some of these visions may have been shaped by family relationships or other people's ideas about what a good life should look like. You have been trying to move toward a life that looks complete from the outside. Now you may be realizing that it is not where you feel most at ease. That is why the reversed Eight of Swords matters here. Your circumstances may not change overnight, but you are beginning to see that some rules do not have to be followed. You may not have to remain in every situation where you felt stuck. You may have more choices than you realize. The final card, the upright Ace of Pentacles, grounds all of this in real life. It could be a job, a new skill, another source of income, or simply a habit that gives your days more stability. What matters is not how impressive it seems. What matters is that you can actually begin and keep building on it over time. Taken together, these cards suggest that you are entering a chapter where you move from imagining the future to making something real. This begins with separating your own idea of happiness from what other people expect, loosening some of the rules that have kept you stuck, and choosing one thing you genuinely want to keep building. The beginning may be small, but it may bring you closer to the life you actually want than all the versions you have been carrying in your head. If you chose pile 2, let's look at all four cards together. We'll start with the World upright. This card often appears when an important experience has reached its natural conclusion. It could be a relationship, a job, a role you've played, or a goal you've been pursuing. You may already have gained what you could from it, even if your emotions haven't fully caught up yet. Next, the reversed Page of Cups feels like what lingers emotionally after that ending. You may still find yourself reading into the same sign over and over. When part of you isn't ready to let go, it's easy to fill in the gaps with a more ideal version of the other person or of what could happen next. The Seven of Swords upright isn't only about caution. Here it points to being discreet and reclaiming control over your plans and your judgment. You do not have to share everything immediately, and not every choice needs to be understood by someone else before you make it. But preparing in private isn't the same as hiding from the truth. Whatever you've been avoiding still deserves an honest look. The final card, the upright Eight of Cups, offers a clear direction. Something doesn't have to be completely broken to no longer be right for you. You do not have to live in anger. It may be enough to acknowledge that this part of the road is complete and turn towards something else. Taken together, these cards point to a chapter of choosing an ending and taking back your sense of direction. This chapter may be asking you to accept what has run its course, pull your emotional energy back from an imagined future, keep new plans private while they take shape, and then take a real step forward. This isn't about leaving because the past meant nothing. It's about recognizing that it has served its purpose and making room for what comes next. If you chose pile 3, let's look at all four cards together. We'll start with the reverse Ten of Swords. You may be slowly emerging from a period that took a great deal out of you. The cards suggest that the hardest part may be behind you, even if your body and emotions still need more time. It would make sense to feel tired, guarded, or hesitant to expect something good. Next is the Nine of Pentacles upright. It suggests that you want to place your sense of security back in your own hands. You may start paying closer attention to your abilities, your income, the quality of your daily life, and your boundaries. You may also be more willing to build a life that does not depend on someone else's approval. This does not mean shutting everyone out. It means gradually realizing that you are capable of taking care of yourself. That makes the reversed Seven of Pentacles feel like an honest, practical look at where your energy has been going. You may begin to see more clearly which efforts give little back, which situations you're holding on to because you've already invested so much, and which people or circumstances are still draining the energy you need to recover. The final card, the reversed Nine of Wands, isn't asking you to give up. It's reminding you that you don't have to stay braced for the next battle. You're allowed to stop when you need to and to ask for help. Rest doesn't erase the work you've already done. Taken together, these cards suggest that you are moving out of survival mode and into a life that is more than simply getting through the day. This chapter may begin with finding your footing after what hurt you. From there, you can bring your time and resources back to yourself and stop pushing for things that give very little in return. Real independence isn't carrying every problem alone. It's being able to decide what deserves more of you and what you can let end here. If you chose pile 4, let's look at all 4 cards together. We'll start with the Magician reversed. The issue may not be a lack of ability. Your attention may simply be spread across too many things at once. You may feel pressure to prove that you can do everything. That can leave you touching a little of everything without giving the most important thing the depth it deserves. Next is the reversed Three of Cups. It suggests that some of this scattered energy may also be coming from your relationships or social life. Some gatherings, social circles, or connections that look lively on the surface may take up your time without leaving you feeling truly understood. This new chapter may begin with reassessing your social world, spending less time on empty obligations, stepping away from spaces that repeatedly drain you, and saving your attention for a smaller circle of people you can rely on. With that in mind, the Ten of Pentacles upright isn't about a short-lived win. It's about building something that can last. That could mean building a stable career, a stronger financial foundation, or skills that grow over time. It could also mean family partnership or a relationship that can truly go the distance. The reversed High Priestess is the final card. It suggests that even after the outside noise gets quieter, there may still be some inner noise to sort through. Not every anxious thought is intuition, but recurring discomfort is still worth noticing, even when you're afraid of what it might mean. Putting your feelings into clear words and checking them against the facts can be more reliable than endless guessing. Taken together, these cards point to a chapter of stepping out of performance mode, reducing what scatters your energy, and focusing your strengths on what can last. When you no longer need to prove yourself to everyone, and no longer give your time to every possibility, the work, relationships, and life that truly matter have room to grow. That was the reading for all 4 piles. You can leave your pile number in the comments or simply keep the line that resonated with you most. If part of the reading did not fit, you can simply let it go. Rather than waiting for life to turn the page, I hope you step into the next chapter on your own terms.